Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another week of the Healthy Habits Challenge. So how did you guys do last week? This last week's challenge was to challenge ourselves to walking, and I asked you guys to schedule a certain time a day, or if you worked like me, if you use your lunch or your breaks to walk, and that was what my goal was, to at least try to walk at least one of my breaks and 30 minutes of my lunch. I do get 2 breaks and a lunch, but sometimes work does not allow me to get both of my breaks in, but I always do get my lunch. So that was my goal, was to make sure I at least walked 30 minutes on my lunch and at least one of my breaks. If I couldn't do it, then I would do it when I got home. There was one day this week I did have to walk when I got home, and that was on Friday because of the weather. It was raining really super hard all day Friday, so I came home and I did a 3-mile walk. I don't really know how many miles I was walking on the other days. The other days I did at least 2 days. I did both breaks and 30 minutes of my lunch. The other days I did at least 1 break and 1 time during lunch. So I did really good. I felt like I did wonderful on this challenge. It was beautiful outside, so I just took advantage of that and I did some walking. So I felt great. It really helped with some mental clarity, which I will go over that more in my weekend review. That'll be up on Monday. And I kind of go over that a little bit more. Yes, I'm bringing back the weekend review. I've had a lot of requests for it, so that will be up tomorrow morning. Or tomorrow, actually no, not tomorrow morning, it'll be up tomorrow afternoon because I have to weigh in tomorrow morning and then get the video uploaded after I get off work. So it'll be up sometime Monday afternoon. So I felt really great. So let me know down below how you guys are doing. Did you do the Healthy Habits Challenge this week? How did you do? How many days a week were you able to get walking in? Let me know how your weigh-ins have gone. Do you have any non-scale victories to share? I have a few, which again I will share. I kind of shared in my videos the last few days during the week, but I will share it again in my weekend review. So I want to know about yours. Do you have any challenges you want to discuss with us that maybe we can help you with? So just share it all down below so we can talk and we can see how you guys are all doing. So this week's Healthy Habit Challenge, I'm kind of excited about this one because it's more food, and it kind of brings together a couple of the other challenges that we've done earlier this year. So it is so weird to say earlier this year. I just can't believe it's already May. That means this is like, wow. It's just crazy that it's already May, you guys. Anyway, so this week's Healthy Habit Challenge is to eat more superfoods. So I kind of did a little research on superfoods. I mean, we've all heard, I think they've been called like power foods and superfoods, and a lot of people probably already know what those are, but let's give a little bit of more detail on, so I have something in my eye, more detail on what makes them a superfood and what they are. And then I have a few foods over here that I'll show you that I picked up this week in my grocery shopping. And then I will show you guys how I plan on doing this challenge. So first, you know, what you eat, we all know, is so important for our health. This journey for me, which again, I'll talk more about it in my Monday video, but this journey for me is so much more about more than about losing weight. I want to be healthy. I want every time to go to the doctor when I do my yearly, you know, doctor exam, that I want to go in there and not be scared, you know, like of what we're going to find out when we do my labs and what, you know, I want to see improvement every year. I want to just blow them away with what I am doing and how I'm being healthy, and that includes exercise and eating. But eating is just such a huge part of it, and I really feel like we need to make this journey to healthy that I think we all are on. I mean, I am, and I think most of you who watch me, that's why you're here. And we need to make it a habit, and that's why I think doing this challenge is great, because we want to make it a habit. And like I said, we've already done a couple of these items kind of before, so that's the thing though. You need to do it over and over and over again to make it a habit. And I think making our health and what we eat, making that a habit, is so very important to us. Superfoods, they do so many things. They help lower your cholesterol. They help lower your risk of heart disease. There's some of them that are cancer fighting. You have to do a lot for your mental health, which I think is such a huge thing right now, especially with, weight loss and, being healthy. It's like we get stuck in our own head, and I think we need a lot of clarity as far as that's concerned. And I feel like some of these, if our mental health is good, then that is just, really wonderful for just our overall health. So the first superfood I'm going to talk about are the antioxidants. I think probably the most popular antioxidant superfood we all know about are blueberries. Are high in vitamin C, high in potassium. They lower your risk of heart disease and cancer, and they are an anti-inflammatory, which a lot of us do have issues with inflammatory joints and in our body, and blueberries are really good for that. The darker they are, which this is something new I learned, the darker they are, the more antioxidants they have, which is funny because I happen to have a couple examples here just from 2 different stores I went to. They say that doctors will recommend to eat a half a cup of blueberries a day. So that'll be one of my goals this week. So let me show you here what I picked up. So I picked up some blueberries. So these are the ones that I got at Costco, which I had gone to Costco second, and this big huge thing was like $4.79 I think, and it is 2 pounds. So you see how dark those are? Now this other one I picked up at just my local grocery store, and I mean, you might not be able to tell on camera, but there is quite a big difference. This little thing here, which is 18 ounces, was $5.99. I got it just because I wanted to do blueberries this week. I knew I was going to be doing this challenge, and so I really wanted the blueberries, so I paid the $5.99, and it was just a little tiny thing, and I go to Costco and find that big huge thing, but that's besides the point. Anyway, so blueberries. So blueberries will be my first challenge this week. I'm going to try to eat a half a cup a day, and ways I will eat this, I might put in my cream of wheat. I might put it in some oatmeal, which I meant to make oatmeal during my meal prep. I could put it in some cereal, put it on top of yogurt, or just eat them as a snack, which is probably the way I'll do it more than likely. But so blueberries, yum. So that is the first superfood. The next superfood I'm going to talk about is the one that is for your heart, for your joints, and good for your memory. And this is the one that's the hardest for me because it is the omega-3 superfoods, which typically are fish. I don't eat fish. It's not because I have anything against it. It's just I don't like it. I have never liked it. I try it. My husband likes fish, like seafood and all that. So whenever he has it, I always try it. I always think, okay, maybe my taste buds have changed, because over the years I have, developed a likeness for certain foods, but fish has never been one of them. And it always looks so good. I see these recipes and it's like, oh, that looks amazing. I'll look at it, it's fish. So that's what's really hard for me. This is gonna be a hard challenge, but there's other things in here. So it says omega-3 rich fish lowers heart disease, helps arthritis. In some cases, it can help memory loss. Arthritis does run in my family, so that is something I do think about. But I know there are other ways that you can get omega-3s, but it's most prevalent in fatty cold water fish. And they say to make sure you get wild caught fish. There are some non-fish forms of omega-3s. Fortified eggs, flaxseed, and walnuts. Now I do like flaxseed, and I do like eggs a lot, and I do like walnuts. Of course, unfortunately, walnuts are not kind of part of the Weight Watcher plan because they are so many points. And I don't have any flaxseed. I really didn't have anything I could use it in this week, so I went with the eggs. So let me show you what it says. It's fortified. I wasn't sure, so I just looked around the grocery store, and I did find the egg ones best. And these were the ones I figured would be fortified, and it is. So these are the ones I picked up, and it says right here, excellent source of vitamin D, B12, and E. Good source of vitamins B2, B5. So plus this one has been fortified with 115 milligrams of omega-3s. This also has 25% less saturated fat than regular eggs. So I will be having eggs. You guys know I have eggs a lot anyway, but now it's part of my challenge this week. So this is where I will be getting my omega-3s this week. The next superfood, it lowers your cholesterol and helps with weight loss. This is one of those ones we've already done this during this year for a Healthy Habits Challenge, and that is fiber. We know that a diet high in fiber will help maintain healthy cholesterol levels, keeps you fuller longer, which that's what helps with weight loss. It helps your blood sugar levels. Again, keeps you full longer. I will try to remember to link down below the Healthy Habits week that we did for fiber, because I have a lot of information in that video. Some things that are high in fiber are whole grains, beans, fruit, and vegetables. So some of the things this week that I will be having that are high in fiber, these are wheat berries. Now I did kind of talk about these over the last few weeks when I first tried them. I just buy them in the bulk section. It's the only place I found them in my stores. I have one store in town that has a really big bulk section, and these are really cheap. They're like $1.09 a pound, so really cheap. Just cook these, you just put them in a pan with some water and just boil them and just let them cook, and they turn into these little plump, yummy, they're so good. These are really high in fiber, really low in fat, and they're really good. So I do recommend wheat berries. And then quinoa. Most people know about quinoa. So I will be having quinoa and wheat berries this week, and this quinoa is really high in fiber as well. So those are two things that I will be having through this week for this challenge for high fiber. I also made a salad that has the wheat berries and garbanzo beans. So there you go, another thing with fiber. And of course I have apples every day. Apples are really high in fiber. They're one of the highest fiber fruits, as well as blueberries. And the next superfood is another one that helps lower your cholesterol, but it also can help inhibit the growth of cancer cells, and that is tea. Now overall, black tea does contain the same power of antioxidants as green tea, but green tea contains a component called ECGC, and that is the component that has been shown to inhibit the growth of cancer cells. Now, I never used to be a green tea fan until I discovered this green tea. So this is from Tazo, and it's Zen. We had this at work and I tried it, and it is so good. It's amazing. So it says a harmonious blend of green tea with lemongrass and spearmint. It is so good. It does have caffeine in it. You can get green tea, I believe, that is caffeine free. Yes, I'm pretty sure you can. Once I started drinking this, now I can drink any green tea. I think I just had to get used to it. I will be drinking the green tea this week. Okay, so another one that we all kind of know about, and that's calcium. Of course, we know the superfood calcium. It builds strong bones, and the recommended daily amount of calcium levels that they say that a person ages 19 to 50 should have is 1,000 milligrams. For age 51 plus should be 1,200 milligrams. Some examples, I think, we all know calcium. So some examples of that is going to be yogurt, milk, cheese, almond milk, cashew milk. They've all, have really high amounts of calcium in them. So I did pick up some cashew milk this week. Now that's not simply filling food, but you can have up to 2/3 of a cup for 0 points. So I will be using that either in my cream of wheat. I use it in any smoothies I have. Plus, you guys know I eat yogurt every day, and I use skim milk in my coffee. I don't use creamer or anything like that. I only use skim milk in my coffee. So I think I get plenty of calcium. Plus, I do take a calcium and vitamin D supplement with the advice of my doctor, because we don't have a lot of sunshine here throughout the year, and so it is recommended in our area for us to take vitamin D. And then he knows that I don't drink a lot of milk, so he did recommend me taking a calcium supplement. So I do. And the last superfood. So first let's talk about some other superfoods. Kale is another superfood, so I did pick up this kale salad, this is really good. I don't use the dressing in it. The entire base of it is kale, and then some Brussels sprouts and cabbage, so really good. And then I also have some spinach in my refrigerator from last week, and then I picked up this super greens. It says the extra nutrition of the 5 superfood baby greens: red and green Swiss chard, tot soy, arugula, and spinach. So I picked up some of this to have with my salads this week. So there's a couple other superfoods I will be having this week. And then the final superfood, which I don't know if I don't have any in the house for a reason, because it is hard for me to resist. That is dark chocolate. So it is packed full of antioxidants, which helps to lower your blood pressure, your blood pressure and your cholesterol levels. And of course, we all know that the higher the cacao content, the better. They say look for at least 60% or higher to get those really high antioxidants. And it says also the darker that it is, it has the less sugar and less fat. Now I love dark chocolate. And darker the better for me. I personally usually go for a 70 to 80% cacao content. I have though found some at Trader Joe's that was, I think it was 92%, and it was really good. So for me, it's not hard to go darker, but my problem is if I have it in the house, I will eat it, and I don't know. We'll just see if I pick any up. I might just pick up a really dark, because the darker that it is, I actually don't eat a lot of it. One square is usually enough, and I do have 35 weeklies I can use throughout the week, so it's not a big deal. So I may pick some up and just keep one bar in the house so I can make sure I get that superfood in, because you guys know we want to embrace this challenge. So if that means we have to eat dark chocolate, we just have to eat dark chocolate, right? So I hope you guys are going to enjoy this week of healthy habits, and I hope you join me in this, even if you don't have a lot of these foods in and you can't join right away. Maybe just pick one or two superfoods you want to add into your life. I will try to I will find some, maybe like a list, because I kind of only gave you a few. So let me see if I can find kind of a list of the best superfoods out there for you, and I will leave it down below in the description box. That way you kind of have a list of other foods that you may already have in your house. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know down below how your guys' week went. And I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye guys.